Hi, everybody.
Hi there. How are you today?
How's it going?
It's going. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I had to unmute my speakers.
Yeah. Good. I just got home from Nashville early this morning, so I'm a little tired, but I'm here.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I think I told you this last time. I had a friend that was in Nashville too. Same time you were.
Yes, we did talk about that.
How'd it go?
It was good. It was really crazy. A lot of people, like a billion people everywhere.
That is what I heard, was that it was
and
just insane.
yeah, and I kind of like the dive bars, so I would kind of go off the beaten path
Yep.
and go to some of the dive bars and you could actually hear yourself think and my ears weren't bleeding there. So but our group actually our big thing was going to the Wild game, which we did Sunday night. And I don't know if you guys are into, hockey or not, but the Wild beat the Predators in overtime with like seconds left. The Wild scored. So it was fabulous. It was an awesome game.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening here. That's awesome. know enough that sorry. That I care, not enough to follow it.
Yeah, you know enough to be dangerous.
Kinda. Like, I don't know if I would say dangerous, but I could follow a conversation. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. That's not a main reason why I go with this group, but we have a hoot, and that was just an extra perk, added bonus for me. So
That's awesome.
anyways, so yeah, I'm here and ready to go.
Awesome. Kayla, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I don't know if have I seen you on here yet? Or are you new
I
to
was
us?
on here once. I'm like, I work at night, so sometimes I like fall asleep and I'll miss the class.
Hey, no
But
worries.
I try to make it when I can.
I was gonna say we all do what we can for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna leave that. Sorry, guys.
Nice to meet you, Kayla. I'm Lori.
Nice to meet you.
So where are
Okay.
you in your coursework?
I'm still I'm almost done with the state portion. It's getting tough, but I'm trying to stick it out.
Yeah. So when you say the state portion, so you've done course 1, 2, and 3 already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're way ahead of me then. I just finished course 1, and one thing I did take advantage when I was on the plane and sitting in the airport is I studied, did flashcards and stuff like that. So
Good job.
yeah. So anyways, well, good for you, Kayla.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get started. First off, like always, do you guys have any questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Not at the moment.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're gonna do some state stuff tonight. So, Kayla, perfect. I don't know if you planned that, but perfect. And then we are gonna just cruise through. So, if you have questions, don't understand why something's the answer, let me know. If you want me to explain why, how I got there, or how, let's say you didn't know anything about what it was, we can walk through the question, things like that. So, but we'll dive in. We're gonna start kind of at the beginning. The nice part is the state stuff that I've got is pretty short, so we'll just cruise through real fast. Okay, question 1. A salesperson with ABC Realty is working as a facilitator with a buyer. The buyer would like the salesperson to show him a property listed by ABC Realty. Which of the following statements is true? A, the salesperson can show the property as a facilitator. B, the buyer can view the property through another company. C, the salesperson must represent the seller. Or D, the salesperson must represent the buyer. Hey, Sydney.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Good.
I want to say the salesperson must represent the seller.
Perfect. That's it.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Why?
I just got off this topic too. I'm having a brain fart.
That's okay.
I can't think of the answer right now, but I know for sure that.
Is it because since they ABC Realtor also represents the seller, and he's a facilitator, he doesn't have an agreement that he has to go ahead?
Yeah, no. Keep going.
Yeah, is it that so then he has to represent the seller in this situation?
So the only reason why I'm gonna nitpick it apart is because
Yep.
later it will actually matter. The agent does not represent the buyer.
Right. He's a facilitator.
Correct. So
Okay.
the only reason why is earlier in your answer, you said, oh, he also represents the seller. The only representation is between the brokerage and the seller. So when you say
Right.
represents, that indicates that there is a contract and a business relationship. So be very careful with when you use the word represent. A facilitator does not represent anyone. I, as an agent, represent any Keller Williams preferred real estate company, or excuse me, listing, unless I represent the buyer and have a contract with them. Does that make sense?
And in this case, the buyer had a agreement with the realtor company. Oh, I thought in the question you said they were listed with ABC company.
A
Maybe I missed.
salesperson with ABC Realty is working as a facilitator with the buyer.
And then what did you go on to say something?
The buyer would like the salesperson to show him a property listed by ABC Realty.
Yeah, so that's
So the
where I was.
seller is represented, yes, not the buyer. I just wanted to, maybe I didn't understand your answer. I
Okay.
just want to make very clear, very sure, because this
It's
gets into
trickery.
funny territory
It's trickery, yeah.
a little bit,
Okay.
a little
Yeah.
bit, and in real life too. So, a facilitator represents no one.
Right.
An agent, when you have a contract, I don't know why I have a hunchback. I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. It was distracting me. Sorry. As soon as there is a contract with the brokerage, then you are represented, unless you work directly with that client.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. I think I beat that dead horse enough. A listing broker, here's the next question. A listing broker must give a buyer an agency disclosure, A, verbally at first substantive contact, B, before closing, C, in writing at first substantive contact, or D, prior to writing a purchase agreement.
Everyone is like in writing at substantive contact.
Correct. Got to be able to prove it. Here's your biggest life lesson. In real estate, if it's not written down, it doesn't exist. Okay, that's always true. What state agency regulates real estate licenses? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
Department of Commerce.
Commerce.
Yep, there we go. Which of the following would not need a real estate license when helping another sell real estate for a fee? A licensed practicing attorney. B, a trusted selling property, or a trustee selling property for a trust. Goodness. An employee selling the employer's residential apartment building. Or D, a daughter selling her father's home. Oh, I'm so sorry. Coffee hasn't kicked in.
Can you repeat the question?
Which of the following would not need a real estate license when helping another sell real estate for a fee?
Would it be D because they're family? The daughter to father, I think it was.
There is a very key word in the question. So no, not that one.
Is the key word collecting a fee?
Correct.
Wouldn't it be then the trustee?
Nope. It is the licensing attorney, licensed practicing attorney. So a trustee can sell the property, but he cannot collect a fee. Everybody else can help sell the property. That's fine.
But not
The
collect
only
a
other
fee.
person would.
Collect a fee, yeah. attorney,
Correct.
sure.
Yep.
They're always going to get a fee, aren't they?
I think they sneeze and ask for money. So yeah. Yep. I say that as an attorney's daughter. Like, so yes. Okay. ABC Realty has relocated their office to a different suite in the same building. ABC must notify the Commissioner of Commerce within, I don't know why, guys. I don't know why. 72 hours, 3 business days, 10 days, or 21 days.
3.
Is it 10? How would you recommend like remembering? Because I feel like it's always 3 or 10. And so how do you remember what is 3 or 10?
The most likely with the Department of Commerce is it's going to be 10. More often than not, that's what it's going to be. I have no trick. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Flashcards. That's what I would do. But more often than not, you'll be safe when you guess 10 days.
In one of the books too, there's a, you know how they have the glossaries in the back of the book? One of them has like all the numbers, you know, for if it's liens or whatever, it has all the numbers. I don't have my book here by me, but do you know what I'm talking about, Tenley?
Numbers like 10 days, 5 days, things like that.
Yeah, like there's so many numbers, you know, for all the state of Minnesota. I'm gonna go grab my book.
I was gonna say I don't know which book that is. So maybe, but I don't know. Okay. Well, she's grabbing that. We'll go on to the next one. A prospective licensee passed the salesperson examination on April 4th. The prospective licensee must complete the remaining requirements and apply for her license by April 3rd of the following year, April 4th of the following year, June 30th of the following year, or July 1st of the following year. What do you think?
Sorry, I stepped away. I didn't hear the question.
No, that's okay. A prospective licensee passed the salesperson examination on April 4th. The prospective licensee must complete the remaining requirements and apply for her license by when? April 3rd, April 4th, June 30th, July 1st.
You have a year, so wouldn't it be the following April 4th or whatever the question was?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay. I did find that. So in the workbook, Minnesota Real Estate Principles, there's an
This one?
appendix.
Oh, you can't even see it. How do I
I
get
can't.
this off? This is stupid. I hate this. Okay, hold on. Keep going.
There's an appendix 1 on page 137, and it says Minnesota Real Estate by the numbers. And it has just, you know, all the different, you know, days and, yes.
Okay, which page number? I'm so sorry.
137, appendix 1.
I must have a different one because this is my 137. Oh, like you can see that too. What the heck?
Yeah, no, do you have an appendix 1? Like
Oh, it's just-
maybe the book's changed or you know, I have a newer or something.
What? The book has changed in the last 5 years since I took mine? What?
Do you have an appendix 1 in there?
What the heck? I do. Yeah, right here.
Does it say Minnesota Real Estate by numbers?
It sure does.
Okay, I have that highlighted and I have that noted as one thing to study. Yeah. Do you have that, Sydney?
I don't have a book, but Tenley, if you're able to like take a picture of that, maybe.
You know what? It is pretty long. So what I will do is I will scan it in when I'm at the office and email it to you.
Perfect.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to scan it in and just put it up on the Facebook page.
Okay, I don't know.
Facebook page?
Oh, well, okay. All right. So we're going to pause there for a minute.
I'll need the Facebook page too.
What's that?
I said I'll need the Facebook page too.
Okay. So do me a favor because I can't add anybody unless I'm friends with you guys. So go ahead and add me on Facebook. If you want to do that now, you can. Otherwise, that's how you're going to find me on Facebook. Add me and then just shoot me a message or something.
Is it Tenley Ann McNamara?
It is. Yep, that's me.
There you are. So I need to like you.
Friend me.
I did.
Okay, I just found it.
Fantastic. All right. And then what I will do is, let's see. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'll take care of that after because I don't want to
Yeah.
waste our time now doing that.
Yeah.
But I'll put it up there. Do me a favor, put your emails in here, and I will also email it directly to you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. But yeah, that Facebook page has a whole lot of good stuff too. But I will try and make sure that I get everybody in there. Real fast. There we go. Okay. All right. That's awesome. Thank you. Because gotta be honest, when I studied, I went through the courses, filled in the little blanks, and then was done. So I just moved on. And I should read through these books again.
They talked about that in one of the little sessions, so I made note of that because I like little helpful tools.
Well, no, that's great, actually. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna use that for everybody. And actually, I'm looking at Appendix 2 also. And they've got licensing and testing information. I have an Appendix 2.
I do
And
too. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at that and see what I'm missing.
Answers to fill in.
Oh, mine is on testing information. This is so weird.
My Appendix 2 says answers to fill in real estate brokerage license law, agency contracts, and agency disclosures. So it's it's from pages in the book, which I did online, so I already know that. Oh, what is yours? Oh, oh.
It's literally like testing locations, contents of the state specific portion.
Ooh.
40 questions, no math items,
What?
1.5 hour time limit. There's 20 questions on license law, 8 questions on interest in real property, 8 in conveyance procedures, and 4 in financial instruments. There you go, peeps. Okay. All right. Other questions? Cool. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep going. All right. A salesperson has a home listed. A broker has a client who wants to write an offer using a promissory note as earnest money and asks the salesperson if they would be okay. Which of the following is true? A, the salesperson must have her broker's permission to receive a non-depositable item. B, the salesperson must have the seller's permission to accept the offer. C, the broker must establish an escrow at a title company. Or D, the seller and buyer must sign an escrow agreement.
They have to get the seller's permission?
Yep.
Whew.
Oh, excuse me. Yep, that's
Okay.
it. Thank you. Yep, that's it. Just seller's permission. Perfect. Okay. All right. Brokers owe fiduciary obligations to whom? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
Their clients?
Mm-hmm. What about people who pay them?
Like you're like the customer or who? Or like the other
Like the escrow money?
Nope. Nope. People who, so who foots the bill for the buyer's agent?
the seller agent, right? Or the
Mhm.
okay.
Do I owe my fiduciary duties to him? Say it.
Yes, maybe. So it's just a client.
It is just the person who employs you. Yep.
Great.
Just your client. So this is another important verbiage distinction. Client and customer are not the same thing, right? What's the difference?
A client has like a signed contract with you.
Correct. Yep. So you owe your fiduciary duties to the person who has a signed contract with you. Your client. Awesome. Cool. Very good, guys. Who renews the salesperson's license? A, the salesperson. B, the commissioner of commerce. C, the primary broker. Or D, the branch manager.
Is it the licensee? So A. Or I would say the broker.
Okay.
The Department of Commerce? Don't they renew all of them, but it has to go through the broker? Is that a
It's
trick
actually
question?
It is not a trick question. It must go through the Department of Commerce. So flip those around, LP. It has to go through the Department of Commerce. The commissioner does nothing. The commissioner is like a judge, just there to deal with issues. The salesperson, I can't renew my own license.
So you need a broker to do that for you. Yeah.
Correct. I have the
Okay.
broker make sure that I have all of my CEs done properly, and they make sure all of that's done. But I cannot renew my own license, so it must be the broker. They decide if I still get to work. Okay, which of the following would be required to hold a real estate license when working for another and for a fee? That sounded weird to me in my head. A mobile home broker who sells mobile homes not attached to land. B, someone who will manage 3 properties that she owns. C, an auctioneer working for an attorney. Or D, a commercial loan broker.
B.
Can you repeat the question again?
There it is. Which of the following would be required to hold a real estate license when working for another and for a fee? I think this is one of those weird ones that they oopsed. Because the question doesn't really make sense. It's D. A commercial loan broker has to have a real estate license to be able to go back and forth. I should mark this one as don't ask people. I think they skipped like a whole line of something. Because I do this every time. Every time, you guys, I look at 12 and I'm like, there's something missing there. I knew it sounded weird in my head. Okay. All right. A licensee and his sister have formed a corporation to invest in real estate. The licensee must disclose A, that he is licensed, B, the maximum amount they are willing to pay, C, the percentage of ownership vested in the licensee, or D, the corporation's desired capitalization rate.
Okay.
Yep.
A.
Absolutely 100% A. If you are a real estate agent and you are buying, selling, or doing anything with real estate, you have to disclose it. All right. Another number one, a licensed real estate broker must retain copies of listings, purchase agreements, and trust account records for a minimum of how many
6
years?
years.
There we go. Easy peasy, people. A person who violates a provision of the standard of conduct law may face all of the following except what? A, temporary suspension of license. B, prosecution of a felony. C, prosecution for a gross misdemeanor. D, permanent revocation of license.
Revocation of license.
Is it B, the federal? Because is
It's a
the
felony.
felony is the most that a licensee can get like charged for is the gross misdemeanor?
Correct. In that scenario, yes. Yep. We can get fined a whole bunch. You might just want to go to jail. They'll pay for your food then. Sorry, bad joke. Yep, that's it. Okay. You guys are killing me on this one. We're gonna move on to the next one. All right. A buyer with a contract for deed on a residential property is in default. The process the seller would use to gain equitable title to the property is A, judicial foreclosure, B, foreclosure by advertisement, C, cancellation, or D, termination.
Termination.
Yep, exactly.
Can you explain the why for that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's start this way. What's a contract for deed? If you don't know, let me know. But
Is it like, hey, I'll buy your house? Okay, wait, this could be so wrong, but is it like, hey, I'll buy your house if like you hold on to the deed until I'm done paying for it or something?
kind of. Contract for deed, essentially. So it's not very popular right now because essentially everybody can qualify for a mortgage. This is mostly like, so I want to sell my house. Someone comes to me and says, hey, here's the deal. I can't qualify for a mortgage for whatever reason. I'm willing to give you a bigger down payment. I'll just keep paying you a payment, whatever that payment is that you guys come to. And then at the end of 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, again, it's agreed upon. I will then be able to get a mortgage. And at that time, I will go ahead and buy it from you for a set price that we figure out today. Okay, cool. So, as the person who is living there, not the owner, but the tenant of sorts, I have all rights except I do not hold the deed. Okay. So technically I do not own the home. Now, let's say I go into default, meaning I miss a few payments. The the landlord, the owner, can then look at me and go, we're canceling our contract and you're evicted. So then by that standard, all of the payments that could have been going towards the cost of the house. Now, typically what happens is a percentage of that payment goes towards the cost of the house and a percentage goes towards rent and maintenance. Now, in default, all of those payments that they just made get transferred to a rental payment. And so they just terminate the loan. Just done. We're over it. There's a difference between cancellation and termination. Cancellation is something that happens during a traditional real estate sale. Okay. So you have an accepted offer. You've got the 35 to 40 days in between. And now you are going to be closing. Well, 2 days before closing, you decide to cancel. Okay, nothing's happened. Terminate means that it's in the process. It's doing its thing. It's doing what it was supposed to be doing the whole time, and you end it. Does that kind of help explain? Okay, cool. All right. My phone went off about 17 times. So, number 2 here, a homeowner has entered into a verbal contract for remodeling. The remodeling was completed 30 days ago, and the general contractor has not yet been paid. Which of the following is true? A, there are no lien rights allowed with verbal contracts. B, the contractor cannot file a lien unless the project cost exceeds state small claims court minimum requirement. The contractor cannot file a lien unless he delivered the required notice within 10 days after the remodel was agreed upon. Or D, the contractor has the right to serve notice and file a lien up to 120 days after completion of the remodel. If you need me to reread those, let me know.
Is it the one with the 10 days? They have to file the lien within 10 days?
Correct. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay. At the end of the lease, how long does a landlord have to either return a tenant's security deposit or provide written explanation for any amount that has been withheld? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
21 days.
From when?
The last day of the expiration.
Beautiful. Yep, exactly. Give me 2 seconds. Okay.
So 21 days from when for what?
Good. Okay. Yep. So at the end of the lease, how long does the landlord have to either return the tenant's security deposit or provide written explanation for any amount withheld?
Okay.
So it's 21 days after the expiration of the lease, meaning if I'm going to keep $20 because I had to super deep clean a carpet piece, I have to send the money back and send a letter explaining why.
Okay.
Yep. I'm also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm taking a picture of your email so I don't forget, because I literally was like, why is this chat up? Guys, it's a night. Okay, Minnesota state deed tax is computed as what? $33.
That
What's
Is
that?
that the deed tax? Is
Minnesota
that like
State,
the 0.23% of the sale price?
000,
oh,
right?
that is not it, but that is one of the answers. So don't get tripped up. Because that's something else. It is, so here are the answers. A, $3.30 per thousand of the net sales price. 3.30% of the net sales price. $2.30 per thousand of the net sales price, or 0.23% of the gross sale price.
Could you read the first two options?
$3.30 per thousand of the net sales price, or 3.30% of the net sales price.
A.
Mhm.
Why would they just not put 0.0033?
Because they're not looking for a percentage. It's literally a dollar amount. So what they do is, let's say it's $100,000 house
Mhm.
per thousand. So how many thousands are in 100,000? I didn't hear you if you said
100.
something. There we go. So now you take 100 multiplied by $3.30. Now it gets more complicated when it's a $527,317 house,
Mhm.
right? That's a little bit more complicated. Not what you do is you take it by the thousand, so divide that by 1,000, then multiply by that. And actually, what really sucks is Hennepin County is different.
Isn't it 0.0034?
It's $3.40. Yep.
I'm like, why in my notes did I put 0.0033? That's weird.
I don't know, but I did that too. Yep. It's just the dollars, because all they care about is the dollars, right?
Okay.
That's it. I'm trying to, let me go back, and that is how, hold on, if I remember correctly. Yes, okay, that is, so the 0.23% LP is just, that's the mortgage registry tax.
Ah, I goofed them up. Yeah.
Um,
So that is
but-
something.
yes, yeah, I knew it was something, I just didn't remember what. So that's the mortgage registry tax. So guys, don't use the percent, use the dollar. Just because we all know how to figure out money, but to take the percentage multiplied by that dollar amount, we're already dealing in dollars. Let's just stick with dollars. So if
Got
they
it.
ask you, well, is it 0.2? No, don't give yourself that headache. Okay. What was I doing? Here we go. Found my spot. Ooh, how many acres may be included in a rural homestead?
Up to 160.
Bingo. A registered land survey would be used in A, abstract property, B, torrens, C, personal property, D, general property.
Can you repeat?
A registered land survey would be used in A, abstract, B, torrens, C, personal property, or D, general property.
A or B? Torrens?
It's torrens. An abstract is the whole history.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Which is weird because usually, like in art, abstract, you look and you're like, oh, it's pretty abstract because you can't tell where one thing ends and another. It's the exact opposite here. abstract is very clear about where things have been and where they're going. That's how I remember that one.
Even though abstract to me is unclear and ambiguous,
Yes.
it's the opposite.
Yeah. That was, so I mentioned my dad was an attorney. I actually called my dad. I was like, is that right? Is this correct? He's like, are you learning it in your class? Well, yeah, but that seems stupid. He's like, well, just because something's stupid doesn't mean that it's not wrong or that's wrong. I'm like, we should change that. He's like, okay. So yeah, it's really dumb. You guys, I had a whole little hissy fit about it because I may have gotten that one wrong a lot. Okay. Moving on from that. The owner of which of the following properties, if foreclosed upon, would have a 12-month statutory redemption period? A, 30% of the original mortgage balance has been paid. B, 40-acre parcel of land. C, 7-acre residential hobby farm. D, 6 acres in agricultural use.
40 acres.
45 acres, yes. Did I
Yeah.
say 40?
Oh, I heard 40,
Oh, I may
But-
have said 40.
but otherwise it's 33%, not 30.
Correct.
Okay.
What was
There you
the-
go. The owner of which of the following properties, if foreclosed upon, would have a 12-month statutory redemption period?
Okay, so that's anything less than, or that's 45 acres, you said?
A 45-acre parcel of land is the answer that they wanted. Yep. Okay. 15 minutes left. Any other questions you guys have for me? I want to make sure that if something popped up.
I have some questions when I was going over a practice exam. I have some
Hit me.
concepts. Okay, let me give
Yeah,
me one
those are
sec.
always good.
Okay, one moment. Okay. Would you be able to like talk about like designated agent, like agents, general agents, specific agents, universal, like those, because that's just so confusing to me.
Was that on the Minnesota or the national stuff?
I think maybe Minnesota.
Okay. I can. We typically don't use those terms though, so I'm a cheat. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. But yes, I can talk about that. Ah, sorry. Okay, you said it was designated agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Oh, yep, okay, so designated agent, and dual agent for essentially our purposes in Minnesota are the same thing. A dual agent, as you can see here, there are tons of articles that talk about how dual agency is not a good thing. Where a designated agent is the okay version of that. It refers to a situation where the buyer and seller each have their own agent. So what happens is, so dual agent in this scenario, when designated agent term is brought up, dual agent is I, Tenley, am representing the seller and I, Tenley, am representing the buyer. all with Keller Williams Preferred Realty, and I'm going to take advantage of both. Okay, I'm not, but that's what that's why people like the distinction. I'm telling you, in Minnesota, it's all dual agent. Okay. Designated agent is I, Tenley, am representing the seller for Keller Williams Preferred Realty, and Amanda is representing the buyer for Keller Williams Preferred Realty. Because they're represented by the same broker, there is a dual agency umbrella over it, but you have a designated agent that you talk to.
Okay.
That doesn't happen in Minnesota.
Mhm.
We don't just differentiate the difference. It's all dual agency.
Okay.
Okay, what was the other one that you had questions about?
General agency and then specific agency. I realize in a lot of my practice tests, it's like it gives a situation and says like, what type of agency is this?
Got it. Yep. Okay. Bear with me here. So I want to get this right for you. And again, these are not terms that we typically use. So a special agent is hired to perform a specific duty for a client, also known as a principal. Okay. They are limited to a specific job for which they are hired. Cool. No. Okay, just kidding. That's a bad one because they want me to pay for the rest of it. I happened to cross an article from another Keller Williams agent. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with this little piece here. The special agent is very specific. We are, oh, it was Sydney that asked, wasn't it? Yes. I'll explain this to you guys anyways. And if she gets back on. A special agent, we are special agents. Meaning we are only able to represent our clients in real estate matters. So if they came and wanted a divorce, said, hey, we want you to represent us, we couldn't do that. Or, hey, I need your help with my car accident, getting money back, we can't do that. A lawyer is a general agent. They can represent them in all matters. Does that make sense? Is there anybody left?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Sydney.
I don't know. That's okay. Any other questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Is there a best place to do the practice tests?
I just did the ones in our books.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing those too. I just thought if maybe, I was gonna ask Sydney that, but she dropped off. I was just thinking if there's anything else, I would take advantage of that as well.
In the Facebook page,
Yeah.
throw that question in there when I add you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why we have that Facebook page, is to ask questions and encourage each other. Hey, I am confused about this. Hey, how far along are you guys? Whatever.
Yeah. Now, these questions you were asking, they were on the state test portion?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Today was all state stuff.
Okay. And then, oh, excuse me, sorry. And then you'll send us the, well, I've got the Minnesota by numbers. But then you had another page that you were gonna send out that had the, like how many questions of this are on the test, how many questions of that?
Oh, I wasn't planning on sending that one out. I was just gonna send out what you had already, but I
Oh,
can.
is it possible to? I don't know how many pages that is.
Well, I mean, that one page is one. But yeah, I
Oh,
can send out the rest of it. The rest of it is just like testing centers and addresses. This is all the reason why I didn't even know this was here, because I got this online.
well, yeah, and I'm doing mine online too, but,
So it's all, but yeah, I'll just scan both of these in
okay,
and put it up there.
beautiful. And then you'll, Facebook page us.
Yep, I actually just opened up, I went really fast and opened up my Facebook page so I didn't forget.
Yeah, okay, all right.
'Cause-
Otherwise, I'm good. And I'll
Okay.
see you next Tuesday.
Beautiful. I think next week, if anybody is here, here being in town, we are, hold on, there we go. Gonna be doing math.
Love math.
And so it's always easier in person. So if you guys want to come to the office, take down my phone number and text me when you get to the office and I will let you in the front door, because we start about an hour after those doors lock.
Is it 6:30 though it starts?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's next Tuesday, and the date on that, let me make a note, is the 3rd, 5/3. And that is math. Okay. And then
Yep.
what's your cell? Do you have it somewhere? Is that
Yep,
your
it's-
952?
Yep, I was just gonna say that's it in the chat.
6936657. Okay, awesome. All right, thanks, Tenley. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys, if you ever have any questions throughout the week, let me know.
Will do.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
Bye, Kayla.
Bye.